Mid-year, there's Hurricane Debby prediction now for Florida here. Let me see if I can pull up the warning for you guys real quick. Welcome, guys. Warning for me. There's Hurricane, Hurricane warnings here for Debby here, or along the coast here. That's going towards probably just to the east of Tallahassee right now. You see the projected cone is just to the east here, moving north right now. And you see here's the winds here, most of the rain currently for this storm. This is where right here. Let me get this still for a second. So you can get the look here. This is current thing. This is where the biggest ones are going to be right in here, right now. This is this eye wall here in the hurricane, and it's going to be coming along the coast around here. Is going to be here. This is probably going to be where the biggest wind threats that comes ashore rather in here, even just to the most of Gainesville and just to the east, southeast of Tallahassee here. So you definitely want to keep an eye on this here, as this thing is moving north right now. I'm going to go down to the satellite real quick for you guys. Give you a thing about the visible, because obviously you're not going to be seeing visible. This is where Hurricane Debby is right now. As you see, this is currently it's continuing to develop here. It's a Category 1 hurricane at the moment here. I don't know if it'll get to Category 2. It just depends. Maybe if it stays more north and stays up towards Tallahassee, it will. This coast, if it comes up here, it probably, if it goes, give you kind of perspective here for you. If it goes this way more, probably not. But if it goes up more this way towards the cone, there's a lot more water between this way and going this way. So I think that's going to really determine if it's going to be maybe chance of getting Category 2. I don't know. Right now it's Category 1. And right now, but anyways, it's going to be a dangerous, no matter what, it's a hurricane. So you just want to take precautions on that. Here, if you're in Tallahassee, Gainesville, definitely want to keep an eye on that for you guys here. So definitely want to keep an eye out there tonight. It's going to be making landfall. And I'll have to give you, I have to do a rough estimate on it right now, but definitely want to keep an eye on it here as it's moving towards it. Let's see if we can get a distance from the coast. Right here. Get some green. Then you get some right now. Trying to give you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to get to there. Here, move it. Okay, here you go. See if we can get a distance here of it from here. If it goes, if it's this way, about 100 miles here still. If it's going this way, I'm going up here, 128. So that's 128 versus like 90. It's a 30-mile difference. So that can really potentially develop development here. Help or hurt development here. So definitely want to keep an eye on it here. Let's go back to the satellite here for you guys here. I'm gonna give the Tampa right now. That's gonna give you this view right now of the hurricane. Eventually move over here towards the Tallahassee, as you see. You can't quite see this much. You can see more than that. And this is what we want to kind of keep an eye on right now. There's definitely storms and rain heading towards Tallahassee may stay at a clear on this, but that's what you see. As it's moving here, I would expect most of you might get bands here from this side at the Hurricane for giving this some bands for Tallahassee, but like most of the sorry about that, but most of the main strongest points probably gonna be in this one right here. These are normally the strongest bands of when they're probably gonna be here in the eye wall. But definitely want to keep an eye on the winds here as we're moving through the night here, as it's going towards landfall here. Definitely want to keep an eye on it here as it moves closer here. Let me see if I can get a timeline for you guys real quick from the national. Consider how far it was from how fast it's moving real quick, and we can kind of make predictions on it. But how fast it was moving, we'll get real quick update for that for you guys. Moving at 12 miles an hour. So if it moves at 12 miles an hour, okay. Let's put it in this perspective here. 12 miles an hour from, let's say, here's, I assume it's going to be right around here. Now, we're at 12 miles an hour. If it goes and short right around here, this is where it says center is, but this is kind of where some rotation right around here. It could be anywhere from 12, 24, 36, 5 hours to potentially 28 hours. So, definitely 7 to 8 hours. So, just depends. We can definitely keep an eye out on the track of this thing and watch to see where these bands go. This is definitely moving. And these things will wobble. So, some may come here, some may move it more up here. Just depends on how much this thing wobbles. And we're just going to keep an eye on it throughout the night here. Because hurricanes do wobble, so it could come anywhere between here and here is very reasonable. It could go through anywhere here because these things wobble. So definitely keep an eye on it here, anywhere from Cedar Key. I think get some decent rain here. There may be some decent winds in Cedar Key if I can get any wind. Here. There may be some decent wind of Cedar Key. Here, I don't know if anybody's in there or not, but there could be some decent wind from Cedar Key. And I'm in Cedar Key right now. Maybe just quite outside the eye wall, but yeah, there's definitely gotta be some type of wind, maybe potentially in Cedar Key. That could be potentially to watch here. But as it's moving here, it could develop here in the next couple hours. Here, still a couple hours from landfall. Yeah, so we definitely want to keep that date. Watch for the update here. It's 11 at 75 miles an hour. It's about an hour and a half ago. So yeah, this thing still has some time to develop. Here's a Category 1 hurricane. If it makes a Category 2, it just depends on if it can do any rapid intensification and how long here. How long it takes for landfall. That could be the two determining factors. How fast it can get any rapid intensification. One, and if it hits land, because if it hits land in the 60-mile range, it might not, just because it doesn't have much time left. It moves up more towards Tallahassee, has a lot more, another 30, 40 miles. It could potentially, here, but we want to keep an eye on it. I'm not saying it's going to be a Category 2, but it just depends on if it lands here. Look at that, just how much different the land is. It has how much room it lands versus, let's say, here versus if it lands here. There's a lot of more water. There's a lot of water that goes this way, let's say. A lot smaller line than if you're moving that here. So that could determine a lot on the storm. Is where it makes landfall, because there's so much water if it goes more north versus if it goes further to the east. If it goes more further east, Gainesville, Live Oak will probably get more than Tallahassee may not get much. If it moves more this way, goes along here, Tallahassee will get more rain. Probably we still won't get these winds from it, but never actually. So yeah, keep an eye on this. Let's go back to the setup for you. Sunlight. Here's the sunlight here of Hurricane Debby right now. Currently moving here. to the north, it's moving kind of north. So we'll see where this thing makes landfall here. It's moving closer towards it as it moves closer to Florida. Here. Definitely keep an eye on it. It's going to be sometime tomorrow morning, potentially. Here, still several hours away from landfall, but it's moving closer to Florida. As it's moving here, we definitely keep an eye on it. Here, let's see. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on it here. If you guys are not yet, make sure you guys are liking this video. We're going to try to keep giving you guys updates on this storm for you guys here, so make sure you guys try to. Here's where you are watching the storm here. And it's kind of nighttime. A lot of people are probably not watching it, but this is where it's going to be going. So definitely keep an eye on the storm. But yeah, this is Hurricane Debby right now, and it's moving towards. Yeah, let's go back to the satellite. As it's moving towards Florida right now. Currently waiting for the next update from the National Hurricane Center here. See if we can get any more updates right now. It's moving to the north at 12 miles an hour. It was 75 mile an hour, Category 1 at the minimum, Category 1 hurricane. And it's moving north at 12 miles an hour. So we're definitely going to keep an eye anywhere between Gainesville, Tallahassee. Tallahassee looks like it might, but if this thing shifts, wobbles, it could affect it potentially on that. So definitely keep an eye on that. So here, but if you're in this cone anywhere between Tallahassee, Gainesville, here it is. Luckily, it doesn't look like it's going to be most of the main population like Tallahassee. Those are going to be out of the main cone area, but if you're anywhere from Tallahassee to Live Oak to Gainesville, still going to keep an eye on it because things wobble. So it could potentially move and affect where it's going. So you definitely keep an eye on it. Drop the 90 here. Go back to the radar here. Let's get the radar for Tampa because it'll give you a better look at it. You see, here it's moving here to the north at 12 miles an hour. And you see it's starting to get a little bit better defined eye here in the last few frames. You see the eye starting to get more organized right around, and here you see the eye just currently becoming more organized here, and that's showing signs of strengthening here. So this thing could develop slightly stronger between now and landfall. It just depends on one, where it falls, and two, if it's just going to be very keep an eye on it. Here you see these brands though, right here look like they might be getting a little stronger. Here you see just even in these last few frames. Sorry, that was bad. Right in here, you see how they're just starting to really kind of pick up that signs potentially of intensification too. Here you see there's a lot. These bands are becoming more organized. This is the eye starting to. Here we go back to satellite here, real quick for the clean, and it's even looking more hurricane-like in the last few frames here. It's starting to get more organized here. You see more black and stuff. Now, it won't probably be a Category 3 or any of those, but it's just so close to land now. But this thing is developing here. You see, just from looking at it. So I wouldn't be surprised if. Come on, satellite. There you go. I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to develop. Here. This thing is slowly organizing here more. Just been watching the last hour or so, just developing here. So definitely going to keep an eye on it here. Just because it's that kind of storm. It's developing, it's looking more and more. No. It won't be a Category 4 or 5 now. Something like those. But it's still a hurricane. Any hurricanes, you definitely want to keep an eye out. You still got to keep an eye out for them because it could get damage from anywhere from damage to can create anything from damage to storm surge to just different stuff. And even if the winds aren't producing 150-mile-an-hour winds, doesn't mean it's not producing storm surge, or those can be some of the most dangerous parts is the storm surge and different stuff like that. So we want to definitely keep an eye on the storm here, and it's looking like it's continuing to intensify here. So definitely keep up on the storm, because if you're in Florida between Tallahassee and Gainesville, luckily most of I'm be surprised if there happens to be any tornado warnings that pop up in some of these other storms. I haven't seen anything yet so far, but if it does, we will definitely cover that too. A lot of times, if you look for tornadoes for these storms, you want to look out on these outer bands right here, where normally be where the tornadoes develop. So, if you're going to be watching for tornadoes in the storm, this is going to be where you want. If you want to see more strong, just hurricane winds, it's going to be towards the eye wall, which is going to be right in here. These bands are going to be where the strongest winds are going to be right now. Here is going to be these kind of bands here. So see it. I don't know if you can see much right now from Tallahassee. And you can see more of the north. So we'll definitely keep between those two satellites right now as it's moving. Probably start going a little bit away from this as it gets more towards Tallahassee. We'll keep it between those here. Two is we're going to continue to watch this. It's kind of in between two satellites right now. And to kind of see, but this is what we're going to be watching for the next several hours. Is these bands and around, yeah. Pretty bad for these. But you see, these are going to be the bands from one. These bands right here, you just see the circulation kind of here. So definitely keep an eye on this storm. If you have not yet, drop a like. We'll be trying to keep coverage of the storm here. Don't know if we're going to stay up here tonight. Kind of trying to see more if we're going to try to come back from it. Trying to kind of get updates here for you guys. Whenever it comes up from the National Weather Service, we'll definitely give you guys more updates here for that for sure, but definitely keep on that storm. On this hurricane. Hurricane Debby here just formed in the hurricane not too long ago. It's at 75 miles an hour on the last update. It may even be higher. Here you see some of these bands are starting to just pop up. It does look more. These bands here in the last several clicks have started to show more. Right in here, you see it looks darker and it's looking a little stronger. So, I don't know if it doesn't mean anything, but I'm going to see if there's an update. Don't go down, because it is still it's still a hurricane. So definitely keep that in mind, but we'll see. It does develop. Here's a lot of black and some of these high level clouds. So, we're going to see any updates here on the storm. So definitely keep an eye out. But definitely keep it there. And it for you guys. This is the storm we're currently watching here. Hurricane Debby right now, as you see, is currently moving towards just to the southeast of Tallahassee here. If you guys are trying to have not been here, this is where I'm actually a meteorological student here, and I've been trying to currently giving updates here for you guys. So make sure you guys are up to date on the weather. And we're currently biggest concern is Hurricane. Yeah. Let's see. You can get these moving. Yeah, so you can. But yeah, they're gonna be moving here towards Hurricane. I might keep this up going right now. but I might be back a little bit later. I'll keep this going. So here's Hurricane Debby for you guys.
Sissy came with me to get the Harry Potter game, and she was like, "Wow, your house looks so nice, except for Dad."
Huh.
Queen Boo. Let's go that way, Curly Goose. You want to
Sorry, that's actually kidding a second here. But there's Hurricane. That's Hurricane Debby right now. It's moving up towards the coast of Florida right now. Here. And I will be giving radar updates here throughout the night. Here, I'll probably have the radar going here for you guys as it's moving up the coast towards Florida. I don't know if I'll be up on for all the coverage, but I'll try to get back from landfall for sure tonight. Because it gets close to landfall. So, it just depends on, keep an eye on it here. There's still several miles from the land, from the coast right now. So hours from landfall, so I'll probably be in between for landfall. But if you guys want, I'll try to keep the coverage up for you guys of this. So make sure you guys are dropping a like and subscribing. I'm trying to do these here as I'm a meteorologist for you guys, making these updates for you guys. So make sure you guys are keeping up with this here. I'm going to be keeping these for you guys throughout the night here. So make sure you guys are dropping a like. Keeping an update for the coverage here for you guys. The Hurricane Debby. Category 1 hurricane right now. Moving towards Florida right now. So definitely keep an eye on that. I'll be definitely watching these bands for you guys. Definitely check it. if we're watching this right now for you guys. So back this up. Here's the satellite image here of Hurricane Debby. It's moving towards Florida right now. So, listen, I'm currently waiting on an update from the National Hurricane Center. So, when we get that, we will definitely try to bring it up too. I may have to put that out for you guys here to have on there. So, looking up the updates here, give you an update here, so you can get any updates here. Still at 75 miles an hour, pressure at 95 millibars. So, haven't seen any updates yet. So, we will try to keep an eye on it. But this is currently where it's at. You guys still hasn't been updated yet, so we're still trying to see if we'll update for you guys. But right now, it's still Category 1 hurricane right now. 74 miles an hour. That was like 11 o'clock. I'm just waiting to see. And more updates from the National Weather Center. Let's see if there's anything from that hurricane hunters for you guys. Here's from 6 minutes ago. This is the latest update. Here are the hurricane hunters. Yes. The hurricane hunters for you guys. Oh, it's getting slow. But I'm trying to get the hurricane hunters so you can get any updates from them, see if you can. I'm trying to get this for you guys, but just being a second. Come on, her. They haven't. Their fights yet. I haven't found their fights. I'm not seeing anything right now. So we'll try to get that update for you guys, but we're waiting for the hurricane hunters here. I should be upon them soon, relatively soon. The last one was 1175 miles an hour here as it's going towards the coast of Florida here. Hurricane hunters are looking at this storm right now. So we're looking. There's the plane. It's kind of being a little slow to me, so there it is. If you get any reads, they're currently at right there. The thunderstorm right now. Trying to get some of their readings for you guys here from Hurricanes, National Hurricane Center. The 2 knots. These wind directions for you guys. And also, we'll keep it here. Make sure you guys are dropping likes here as we are getting hurricane hunting updates for you guys. Look to the right here for you guys. Here, that would be a little bit easier to get here as we're reading. My things being a little slow right now. Back to look at the radar. Sorry, it's being a little slow. 61 knots right now. So we could be getting some updates here. 6 knots, 42 knots. So we'll definitely get updates here from as the Hurricaners go. So let's get back. Sorry, I'm looking back at my those. Update it. Get those off the screen real quick for you. But we're going to come back to it. Sorry. I was trying to get updates here for you guys. I have not seen any updates yet for you guys. But this is where we're going right now. Hurricane hunters are currently looking for the storm. Looking through it right now. Hopefully we'll get updates here from them soon. But this is where the storm is currently moving. Last we saw it's moving north at like 13, 14 miles an hour. Here as it's going towards just it looks like right now east of Tallahassee. It's where landfall's going to be southeast of Tallahassee here. And so we just got to keep an eye on it here. Next several hours here as hurricanes tend to wobble. So you definitely want to keep your eyes on it here. They tend to wobble, so in the next several hours you might see several wanders or wobbles and stuff. So if you're anywhere between this part here, see if I can get if there's any towns you can get in this cone. So just if you're near Horseshoe Bay or Horseshoe Beach, Jenna, Florida, Cross City, Perry's in like the line Perry, Florida, you definitely keep an eye on it here. I'm just trying to get some of these smaller towns that may not get the coverage you see locally. You might St. Mark's, just so anywhere between St. Mark's, Florida, Jenna, Florida, so and Horseshoe Beach. Anywhere around there, you honestly want to keep an eye on it. Not enough coverage goes through these small towns, so I want to make sure these small towns know, hey, this might be happening here, because you'll see most of the coverage. You're going to be seeing Tallahassee, Tampa Bay, Jacksonville, maybe Live Oak, but how often you going to see the smaller towns? So if you're between Horseshoe Bay and some of these other places, you need to be really watching it, because you guys are right in this is about the path to be one of those areas I would expect landfall to be sometime tomorrow morning. Here it just depends, and landfall times can vary depending on if it's going to more northern route, if it's going to go more to the east, more southern eastern. So that can really determine the landfall. It's really kind of wait to see where it is. If we can get more updates, we'll give you probably a better idea for landfall time, but it's going to be a very wait and see. If it's moving more north, south, that's going to affect a lot when it's going to be making landfall. So definitely keep an eye on it, because over through the night here I'll try to keep coverage here. And if I go on for a little bit, I might get some sleep before we get closer to landfall. Here, some might go off for it here, and I might come in and out throughout the night. Here, sometimes as it gets closer to landfall, I might come back on here for that. But this is kind of where we're at right now in the storm here, and it's going to be anywhere between Horseshoe Bay, Jenna, some of these places. You got to keep an eye. You're in Florida, so definitely for that. You're in Florida, so sometime tomorrow morning here. I mean, right now I wouldn't expect it, but we have to keep an eye on it here as we get this bands closer. So I might take a little bit of a rest here. But if you're, see, give you one last, where, look, here, this is where the bands are. You see bands are kind of growing here. It's definitely gotta get some strength in here. Maybe I was hoping to see if we can get another hurricane update before it gets me sleep, but see if it comes in tonight. It may not be tomorrow yet. But yeah, this is where we're definitely what you see. And the Tallahassee, but you see where these rain bands are starting to get around the eye wall a little bit more organized here. Right in here. That's where your strong ones are going to be. These storms. Particularly, we're going to see the hurricane force winds. Here, you see they're starting. Oh, see if I can get back here, just back like 30 frames, for example. To just kind of show you how it's developing over the last few hours here. And this goes back 30 frames, which just really shows you how it's starting to develop in the last hour. See, the front frames are starting to really get more, bands starting to get more thunderstorm activity and stuff like that. That's where I think we're seeing strengthening in the storm. I don't know if we'll get any updates on it here. Let's go back even further. It's like 75 frames. It'll kind of show you how it's starting to, I think it's starting to strengthen. I think we'll probably see some type of strengthening in the next update. I don't know if it's going to be category 2, probably not, but probably be a stronger category 1. At least 80, probably, I would expect here. So, I mean, see if it will update here, but I would expect it to be a little stronger storm than it was. You see, even eyewall really starting to get more developed here. You see bigger eye. Had that kind of that boom and then boom. Starting to really more organized here. So I think it's going to be developing here a little bit more here in the next several hours. So stop it for now. Yeah, but that's definitely what I would say. Definitely, I think we're seeing some type of strengthening here. Can't confirm it because obviously I'm not on the storm. I'm not there, so I can't get any news or wins. But if we get any updates, I will try to keep it for you guys here. I'm definitely keeping that. I will be definitely keep an eye on it here. I will be back here sometime probably for landfall, but I'll try to keep it here. Make sure you guys do drop a like here on this here. I'm gonna try to keep it up for you guys here up the night here. For sure the radar, and I'll try to come back up for you guys. So make sure you guys are dropping a like and subscribing. I will be back here in a little bit. So I'm gonna be back here in a few minutes here. I'll probably turn off the stream for now. Come